Greetings and welcome to our Sunday evening, 23rd of the 7th, 2023 live stream. I was going to take a bit of a break from streaming full stop, and then I did say, actually, I'm still going to do the odd one on Sundays. I rebranded my other channel, so I've got a few videos that I put up on there, which I want to put up on this, Bobby Zines channel. Which maybe you were present for the premiere that we just did. It was a video I did back in October 2022. Actually, I'll show the original live stream. First of all, I better check my audio is working all right. Bear with me 1 second, please. Yeah, it sounds like it's doing okay. Yeah, let me find the original stream that came from. Let's see. It was Spotting Fakes. Spotting MSM Fakery. 021022. That was BZ Live. This is SNL Sunday Night Live. Slightly different. I've changed kind of the format of the screen. There's no longer the... Oh, what's going on there? Oh, confusing myself with what's on the screen. Yeah, I've no longer got the live chat up, although I can pop it up anytime I want. I can just... Yeah, I think I've got to turn a few things off and we can see the chat there. Actually, I want to make sure it's working all right. If anyone wants to put a message in the chat and let us know you're tuned in, that would be great. In the meantime, yeah, I was going to show you. What was I going to show you? Display capture. This was the video we did. Why is it really terribly lined up? What's going on? Let me just try and sort that out. My apologies. Oh no, that's better. I know what it is. Right, lose that. Yeah, this was in this video. I think it was the name Dame Deborah James was first brought up to me, and I looked at the person's case, the story of Dame Deb, and how she was, yeah, we looked at this video from her Instagram account. Instagram is a place where all these celebrities go and peddle their lies. Or when I say celebrities, I mean the people that are involved in putting out this rubbish. I mean, production companies exist. They create this kind of rubbish and then they sell it to TV companies. I don't know whether they particularly sell it to Instagram, but they certainly use Instagram as their, you know, it's a two-way relationship. Lots of people visit Instagram because they want to see what their famous celebrities are up to. So, and likewise, Dame Deborah James gets to peddle her wares, such as she bought out a t-shirt, she bought out a book, and she set up a donation for people that are ill. So yeah, that's the story with Dame Deborah, and that is the video that we premiered just before this. Maybe some of you are coming to us from that premiere. I know. Yeah, I saw. Now in the past, I did a very brief Sunday live stream. I think last week I did a very short one just before the premiere. This week I thought I'd do it just after the premiere. I do have a subject to talk about other than Dame Deborah James. As you saw on tonight's thumbnail, we're kind of touching on, it's not really anything to do with masks particularly, but we are looking at the idea of the 2020 big news story, if you get my drift. What was the only thing anyone in the news talked about back in 2020? If you can cast your mind back to there, you'll remember. And you'll know what this thumbnail is in reference to. Greetings to Skeptic936. Lovely to see you on the chat. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Yes, I came across a video on the YouTube channel JBoss Man 008. It's a content producer I definitely speak very highly of. He's set up a censorship free platform, 153 News. He's also doing an awful lot of work with trying to make available a translation of the Holy Scriptures. Yeah, can't rate the guy enough, and I will certainly put a link to his channel. And yeah, the guy's got loads of channels. He's got a platform, 153 News, and is definitely well worth tuning in. Jeff Gashead, lovely to see you in the chat tonight. Thanks for being here with us. Right, yeah, this is the video. It is claiming that Florida may be banning the world's most popular treatment plan, or, you know, outlawing it. Well, have a listen. I'm going to tell you what I actually think is probably really behind this story. As much as I've got to say, I've got to make these, you know, I've got to put this out there before we watch this video. I would love it to be reality. I would love for it to be true. I would love for it to happen. Personally, don't think it will. But this is what CBS 12 News are presenting, or... yeah. Okay, this is the video by Jason. I'll play this for 2.5 minutes. Or I might cut in as we go, we'll see.
The vaccine turns out it's back in the news.
Republican Party leaders on the Space Coast are minutes away from officially calling on the governor and other state leaders to ban mRNA-based COVID vaccines immediately. I-Team Chief Investigator Mike Magnoli has more on what exactly is going on. Mike.
Good evening, everybody. Well, in their own words, the leaders of Brevard County's GOP say...
Okay, did we see that at the very beginning of this video? It's typical. You get it everywhere. Look at the guy's hands just as he starts talking, just as they bring him on screen. Look at what the guy's hands do.
Their own words, the leaders of...
See, do you see it? Is it a coincidence that every single person on the news, every single politician, every single, you know, famous figure, public figure, when on TV, will make this hand symbol, particularly on the news? If we look for, do you remember, is it Ahmed? No, who was the leader of Ethiopia? And they did a statue for him. Ethiopia. And of course, what hand symbol do you think they got him doing? Maybe it was Ahmadinejad. Hang on. Ahmadinejad. No idea how to spell it. We have looked at it before. Oh, I'm not sure. It was... I'll have to find it. I have put a tweet up about it. I'm sure it was this guy. Ahmadinejad. They did a statue for him. Unless after he passed away, which wasn't that long ago. We'll try and find it before the end of the live stream. I know I tweeted it years ago. Anyway, he was doing this symbol. We won't get too caught up, though, on tiny little things, or we'll never get through this 2.5-minute video. Right, here we go.
Brevard County's GOP say that they believe the vaccines are a biological weapon. As you say, this is the executive committee of the party in Brevard. They haven't hit send on this letter yet, but that vote coming up at 6:30, and I'm told it's fairly likely going to pass. If it does, they're asking state leadership to make it illegal to give or to take mRNA vaccines in Florida.
Okay, I'll cut in here and say I'm not an expert on how United States politics works, but by the sounds of it, they're wanting to change legislation or outlaw this treatment plan, and the stage it's at now is that it's being presented to, it's being presented for a vote by the people that have been voted in, and it's likely to pass. Now, if it passes, I think it's then still got a very long way to go. I don't think it suddenly becomes, oh, it's all been outlawed as a bioweapon. I don't think that's coming just yet. As much as, what a twist in the story that would be were it to happen. I hope you can hear the guy on the video. I will check that. We'll carry on.
In this 4-page letter, complete with footnotes, Brevard County Republicans cite sources which led them to a stunning conclusion. Here it is in their own words. Government agencies, media, and tech companies, and other corporations have committed enormous fraud by claiming COVID-19 injections are safe and effective.
Okay, I will point this out. I did make a promise to YouTube the last time they gave me a community strike that I would never hear a word said against the opinion of the World Health Organization. They are untouchable as far as YouTube are concerned. Now, what we're presenting here is news, apparently. It's mainstream news, so hopefully hearing these words, you know, getting caught up, aren't going to get me a strike. We'll see. By the way, the strike, when I said I made this promise to YouTube, the strike was removed, and they said, you know what, you didn't violate any terms and conditions. Our apologies. Get on with streaming.
Strong and credible evidence has recently been revealed that COVID-19 and COVID-19 injections are biological and technological weapons. If approved, this letter will be sent to Tallahassee at a time when a grand jury, requested by Governor DeSantis, is investigating those very same vaccines. That grand jury's job is to determine whether pharmaceutical giants who brought the mRNA vaccines to market broke any laws and should face charges. It's already illegal to require anyone to get the COVID vaccine in Florida, but if state leaders go along with Brevard's request, no one in Florida would be allowed to get those vaccines. Today, the federal...
Okay, I'll cut in there just to say, I'm not going to get too political. You know, politics really isn't something I involve myself with. I'm just not interested in their crap. Is this just another example of their rubbish where, as great as this sounds, is it just going to be another opportunity for mainstream media to say, yeah, look, they did this very thorough investigation, a whole, you know, did they say DeSantis? They requested a jury investigate, you know, just how dangerous, whatever all of this is. Is it just going to be an opportunity for them to say, yeah, we were right all along, there's nothing harmful about this? All publicity is good publicity. One thing this story does is keep this rubbish at the forefront of your mind. And, you know, I love Jason Boss for posting it. It's something that needs to be out there. But it's, as I said, this is a comment I left on it. All publicity is good publicity, unfortunately. It'd be great if passed, but is this a clever way of continuing to rub their garbage in our faces? I think that's all this may end up being. We'll watch to the end of the video regardless, and I will put a link in the live chat to anyone that wants to watch it for themselves. I'm curious actually to see if the live chat comes up on screen in a minute. Link to J Bossman 008 video. Oh, haven't left it yet. There we go. Right, yeah, this could be a good opportunity for me just to see whether the live chat does work. Because things should be coming through. There we go. Yeah, this is how I think we'll have the live chat in future. Rather than put it off to the corner of the screen. If anyone wants to leave any comments, wants to interact, then by all means, yeah, get in the live chat and let us know your thoughts. Yeah, speaking of Deborah James, as I did say, I am moving a load of videos from what was my second channel, Chronicles of the Unconvinced. I'm moving it onto this channel now, so I will be doing more premieres as the weeks go on. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, there's a compilation up on... speaking of 153 News, that is where you will find this compilation. I mean, unless we play out the rest of Jason's video. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, we won't get too sidetracked. We'll watch the rest of this video, and then I'll have a look at some of the Deborah James stuff that you can expect to see coming up soon.
Government sent a very different letter to drug companies, calling on them to make the COVID vaccines cheaper and more accessible, anticipating an increase in demand come flu season.
The Brevard County Republicans gathering right now. That vote is expected sometime during the 6 o'clock hour, but I can tell you there is major support for this going forward.
Okay, I think that's the end of the video, is it? Oh, this is an update, sorry. They passed the ban. They passed ban resolution, so it's at a resolution stage at the minute. By the way, I want to say hello to Joker Man for tuning in tonight. Lovely to see you in the chat. So shout out to the Patriots in Brevard County who just passed the resolution. Brevard is the 8th country Republican Party, the 8th I think they mean, to pass the ban the jab resolution. Does it ever get further than resolution though? Does it ever get made a actual law? Or is it just something that, you know, okay, as I said, it would be an interesting turn of events if it ended up that the resolution asserts that injections are biological weapons. What a crazy thing to pass. Okay, there's another 30 seconds of this video. As I have shared a link in the live chat, and I will leave a link in the description to this if you want to watch this video for yourself. I certainly recommend tuning in, or, you know, checking out J Bossman 008's channel. He put some great stuff up there.
A report from Brevard County, Florida. Listen to this. The committee there has just called to ban messenger RNA shots in that county, and they sent a letter to DeSantis calling messenger RNA vaccines bioweapons. So that's not my word or your word. That's the word.
Oh dear, I've just seen what's flashing in the corner. InfoWars. Yeah, this is straight out of InfoWars. This is where some people get to believe that, oh, InfoWars were right all the time when they told us it was a biological weapon. Ugh, who knows what it is? All I know is, yeah, when it comes to where you want to put your faith, who you trust to look after you, of course, nothing can be said against the World Health Organization, and I never would say a word against the World Health Organization. They are the untouchable. I don't know, perhaps they pay YouTube. I don't know. I don't know why you're not allowed to say anything against them, but you're not. So it's easier if I just don't. However, yeah, what's the betting? Alex Jones is a member of the world. I don't know. Right. But no, yeah, nice one, Jason, for putting that one up there. Will anything ever come of it, though? Perhaps we'll... Let's see. Ban the jab resolution, they were. Let's see. Jeff says, I've only got one like. Is that all? That's absolutely typical. It's not to worry. I don't expect many people to come across this video, Jeff, so have I given up asking people to like these videos? Not really. If you want to show your appreciation, by all means, hit the thumbs up button, but no, I don't expect anyone to. Right. Okay. Forbes, yeah, that's a pretty, you know, trusted publication. So it's Stu Peters, of course. Stu Peters, it was someone I talked about in, probably it was the Bobby Z show. It might have been a Bob's the Hour, I'm not sure. But I asked a question about Stu Peters, and one of the videos I put up, everything I put up onto Chronicles of the Unconvinced is, as far as I know, over on BitChute, I think. Let's see if I can find a link to BitChute. Yeah, this is the description, by the way, to all my videos. Underneath the title, you will see the See More section. Just have to click it there, and you'll find links to any videos we watch in the show, and also to other places you can find my content, one of which is BitChute. Let's see. Yeah, so if any of you don't want to wait to see, I mean, what we watched tonight, just before this live stream, was Deborah James's most ridiculous tweet, and I'm pretty confident I put that up on BitChute. Yeah, there's another one. There's these two videos that I'm going to put together as a compilation. I don't know. Yeah, there's a few more that need to go up yet. Okay, maybe I didn't put about the most ridiculous tweet, but it's up on YouTube now, so yeah, that's what you can expect on that one. Oh, Skeptic says I've got 6. Let's have a look. If I go back to this one, I hope, yeah, thank you to the 6 people that have hit the thumbs up. It is hugely appreciated. I do find, though, in my experience, the more effort I go to with content, the less it seems to reach people. For example, these live streams, I spend maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, including preparation time and the time I take to actually stream, to do a live stream. And as we say, we get 6 or 7 likes. This one here from back in October the 2nd, 2022, it got 7 likes, and that's fair enough. 100 views, I can't complain. But as I say, a good couple of hours went into preparation of this video. So what I'm now doing is I'm kind of focusing more at the moment on what was my backup channel. I won't go into the numbers have gone up for how many people watch my videos. I mean, after 8 hours of putting this video up, it's got as many views as the live stream from back in October. But yeah, subs have grown on that channel, like over probably about 30 in the last week or so, which is way more than I've had on this channel. So yeah, as much as I'm not going to be putting as much time into doing live streams anymore, I am certainly still putting content out there. The one about the video we watched from Jason Boss's channel was something I was going to do a pre-recorded video and upload it, because yeah, that is probably what I will try and do more of on this Bobby Zines channel. Rather than live streaming, I'll probably try and just put content up on a pre-recorded basis. Skeptic, you appreciate it? Yeah, and at least there's no trolls here. That is very true. I do tend to duck under their radar. And obviously there's subjects I could touch upon. I had the plan of doing 24 Bobsy hours. I ended up doing 20, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to be uploading, I'm not going to be doing a 24-hour live stream as such, unless I did it on this channel. So I don't need to do a 24 episodes, but one of the episodes I was going to do was called Touching Earth Curve, where I actually make a video about, Earth Curve, what it is, what concessions have been made about it, what we can expect from it. But I haven't got round to it, but maybe I will one day. Now, those videos generally attract the trolls. Not to say you don't get them probably on every channel, but hey ho, we'll see. Okay, yes, as I said, I wasn't going to make this live stream particularly long, so unless there's any topics or subjects that anyone would like us to look at, I'll probably start winding things down in a minute. But massive thanks to Skeptic, Jeff, Jokerman, for taking the time to comment in the chat. I also had Nathan Oakley in the chat for the premiere that we just did. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, if you want to go back, let me just find that channel for you a second. Sorry, that video. What we played in with. Yeah, as I say, uploading, doing more premieres. It was this one right here. Deborah James, if you've been watching my content over the years, you would have come across this one way or another. I will put it in the live chat though. If you didn't watch the intro, then this is where you can find it. But Nathan commented in the chat to that, so big thanks to him for tuning in. Another wonderful YouTuber who I'd certainly recommend checking out the channel of. I've mentioned Jason, I've mentioned Level Earth Observer, I mentioned quite a few others, and obviously as far as channels go for learning about the nature of Earth, yeah, I don't think you could go far wrong checking out Nathan Oakley 1980, which will certainly be a channel I'll put in the show links. I'm sure most of you guys in the chat already have links to that, so yeah, couldn't not mention his work either. Okay, we're going, how long have we been going? About 30 minutes? Yeah, that's probably for about as long as I think I'm gonna do these live streams. If I come back on a Sunday now, my drinks, you know, ran out. I'm not going to do intermission videos anymore. Why stretch out an hour and a half, you know, why stretch out a stream to an hour and a half when I could say it all in 30 minutes? But yeah, although sometimes it does take 30 minutes for like people to actually realize I'm live and decide to tune in. Generally, just as I start ending the stream, the numbers start going up, which is typical. But yeah, as I say, unless anyone's got any subjects to cover, I think we're probably going to call it a night there. There were a few things, actually, that I would probably have looked at some point. Let's see. Rebecca Vardy. Have you seen what Rebecca Vardy looks like? My goodness. We will just quickly jump on this one before we go. This is... She looks very Sandra Bullock-esque. I don't know if you noticed that. Hang on. We'll get a bit of a close-up on that face. And of course, you don't need me to tell you what's going on here, I'm sure. Come on, check them out. It almost looks like there's, I would say that's where the fake hair gets put on. That would be my guess, but you would have to judge for yourself. I'll have to show you my ears one day as what I consider normal ears. This guy here, this guy we can see in the corner, he has got what I would consider regular ears. Although his beard looks a bit fake, but I would at least say his ears look more natural. So, but as for Rebecca Vardy, apparently she was involved in some big fallout with another, yeah, Colleen Rooney. What a mental family they are. I bet it wouldn't take long to find a tracheal shave scar on this person. I'm not sure. I'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, yeah, I think Channel 4 did a dramatization of this rubbish. Anytime a TV company do a dramatization of something, you could kind of think that perhaps it was just a dramatization all along. That is my opinion now. Okay, so, yeah, Jeff points out the absolutely humongous ears on this woman. And that is obviously not the only thing. The very square jaw, the very flat forehead. It all just looks like... I've said it before. Would you recognise a demonic entity if it was presented to you? But maybe that's a bit harsh. I don't know. You'll have to be the judge of whether not Colleen Rooney. This is supposedly the girlfriend of the footballer. Well, Vardy, Jamie Vardy. Now, just because he goes out with what looks like a man in a dress, does that mean Jamie Vardy's not a legit footballer? I don't know. And by legit footballer, I mean someone who sold out their image rights to the point where, look at his little ears. They're not as freak show as his girlfriend, but yeah, I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't know. Footballer, yeah, I would say footballer is one of the most rigged, faked news events going on. Premier League football, that is. Of course, you know, your five-a-side tournaments, your youth teams, I imagine, are probably legitimately playing football. What's going on with his skull in that picture? It's almost like it's bulging out the top of his head. Looks a bit odd. Oh, right, see, his skull doesn't seem to be in such a position there. Looks like two different people, if I'm honest. That guy there. Perhaps he was just a lot younger. I don't know. Of course, Jamie Vardy played for the Leicester City team that ridiculously won the Premier League. Blatantly fabricated event. Leicester winning the Premiership. That was also preceded by, they took part in a news event where they sacked the manager, they sacked the a couple of the players, brought in an old Chelsea manager, and suddenly they were good enough to win the league. And then we had the helicopter one, and what an absolute crock that was, in my opinion. But I would have thought you know, do you remember that? If not, have a look on my channel. I have made videos about this one in the past. Phil, lovely to see you in the chat. You said Leicester was coded to win the league. I don't doubt that. I was actually going to have a look. Leicester Premier League table. I don't know if that will give us, I can't remember what year it is, so the year they won it. Okay, they're currently 18th, but how do you find... Okay, we'll just have a look we'll have a look at some of the numbers of that season. Premier League table, what was it, 2017? 2016 to 17. No, that was Chelsea. Oh, Wikipedia give us an easy way to check. Maybe it was the following year. Goodness me. How do you find out who won? Champions. Man City. Nope, not that league. Of course, it was much further back than that. Sorry, much more recent than that. Man City. It must have been just before the BS19. Nope, that was Liverpool. Goodness me, how far back are we going? Perhaps I've overlooked it. It wasn't 2021, surely. Definitely not. Right, I just want to have a quick look at the table. It must have been the one before. Chelsea, goodness me. Leicester, here we go. Wow, all the way back in 2016. Yeah, that was before I kind of started the channel. We'll see if we can find the table and just see if there are any curious, you know, goals against 36, 23 wins. I wouldn't be at all surprised if some of these, you know, the numbers, the people that wear the shirts who played for Leicester, yeah, coding definitely goes on in sport. It is no coincidence in my book. I would say, yeah, no fluke. Right. Yeah, Phil points out the chopper crash. Where was my channel? I was going to say, if you want to see some of the videos I made on Leicester and when the helicopter crashed, just have a look at some of my very early videos. I'll find you one before we go. Here we go. Does anyone remember the Emiliano Sala hoax? It was a player that was coming over from France. I mentioned it to someone and they had no memory of it whatsoever. It was massive at the time. Yeah, here we go. Fabricated news. Leicester City helicopter crash. I think I did a live stream as well. Here we go. Reviewing the footage of Leicester. It was ridiculous. Apparently, yeah, during the pundits doing their talk after the game, you heard this or you supposedly heard an explosion. Yeah, I remember this. I tried to pick out where they would have all been at the time according to what footage we got. You might find it interesting. I'll leave a link to it in the live chat and in the description if anyone wants to watch it for themselves. But yeah, we compare footage of the helicopter as it supposedly lost control and flew away, and we compare it to what a real helicopter looks like when it goes up in the air. I imagine that's coming soon. Okay, yeah. Where supposedly everyone was, it's a pretty thorough, you know, inspection of the footage, I would say. you might want to consider watching it. Yeah, this is what a real helicopter looks like when it takes off. It looks nothing like what we saw in the Leicester City footage, of course, but I'll let you be the judge of that yourself, actually. Yeah, I think that's the real one. And then we compare it to Leicester City. And you can just see it's night and day. For one thing, the guy is behind a screen as well when he's filming this. That is a conclusion I came to. It was all filmed behind a glass screen, which definitely makes the image quality much worse. But okay, I'll put a link in the chat. I think that's pretty much where we're going to leave it this evening. And we will, of course, I'll catch up with the live chat before we do. Let me just put this link in there. My Leicester Chopper video. Okay, that should be showing on screen in a minute. Yeah, if you want to watch that. Okay. I would like to show my thanks and appreciation to Phil Wright, Joker Man. Do I need to scroll through or can I remember everyone? Phil Wright, Joker Man, Jeff Gashead and Skeptic936 for taking the time to leave a comment in the chat this evening. As I do say, if anyone wants to thumb this video up before they go, it would be hugely appreciated. And yeah, I think that's probably where we're going to leave it for this evening. I don't have my animation of the thumb going up or anything. All I will say is there are links in the description of tonight's video for places where you can find how to support this channel. Speaking of support, Patreon supporters, Joker Man, who's in the chat tonight, and Linda Mack have been wonderful in their support for this channel. Obviously, anyone who's so much as hit the like button, I could also thank, because it is appreciated. And to all, Maria Ellender, great to see you in the chat. Yeah, you're just in time to say hi. Maria, I'll tell you, but obviously I'm letting everyone know. If you, the video we watched, I think it was a story that you sort of were among the ones that made me aware of, Deborah James. I think it was you that criticised the coverage of someone supposedly on end-of-life treatment. So thank you for that. By the way, I hope I'm not drowning myself out with that background music. No, I think you can still hear it. Okay, we're going to let the audio track play out, which is, okay, it's starting again now. It goes on for just under 2 minutes. So I'm going to wish you all a wonderful evening. And as it says on screen, of course, thanks for watching. Maybe I could crop down that a little bit. Just to make room for the watch now, for the thanks for watching message. Okay. Yeah, I will be back. As I said, I've got a few more videos about Deborah James that I will be putting up on this channel before the week is out. I used to do a Thursday live stream. I'm not so sure about it at the minute. Maybe I'll be back with a midweek stream. I've done them in the past and stopped, and then come back and done them again. So perhaps that's what will happen this time. I do not know. Okay, one last look at tonight's thumbnail before we... Oh, that's not it. Before we wrap up for the evening. And yeah, I would love to think that that thing was getting outlawed, what we heard about in Jason Boss's video. I very much doubt it, but we live in hope. Bioweapon, who knows? Yep, Joker Man says laters. I'm also saying laters. Maria, good night. Phil, Jeff, Skeptic, and anyone else who's tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. And as I said earlier, typical the numbers start going up just as I'm about to finish. But you'll have to come back next Sunday because I will no doubt do another live stream, if not before. Okay, have a wonderful week. Over and out. Good night.